All right, Shalom. First and foremost, giving all praise, glory, and honor that's due to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem, Rachak Wadash, double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and blessings to the 144,000, the hopeful elect, Shalom Barakatham. And a video from Redacted that says Biden's colossal crypto mistake marks end of 80-year US dollar era. All right. All of these eras that are ending around the same time, where they're using, rhetoric like it's a multipolar world. What that basically means is we're in open rebellion of you Esau. All right. Because despite all of these borders, these that are drawn in the UN, there really is no sovereignty when it comes to Esau Edom. He controls the UN. He funds all of it. All right, he controls NATO. He controls the U.S. dollar, which has been his main means of control. The U.S. dollar and the U.S. military. All right. When you have tools that powerful, these borders don't really mean anything. Okay. And Esau has very much acted in that way. He treats everybody around the earth like they're employees. Telling them when they can come in and can't come in. Tell them you can't have a vacation. Like he's trying to tell Iran you can't have nuclear weapons. Okay? He's trying to say if you don't give aid to this country, then we gonna put sanctions on you to do that. So there's no partnership in it. So that's the real reason why this era is ending. But Biden is showing his hand right here, or the elites are through Biden, about what they're doing with this crypto thing. Why? Because they're scared of crypto. And ultimately, they're gonna. I personally believe they're gonna commodify it, commandeer it. Bitcoin, like Esau's either gonna shut that down or he's gonna absorb it into the Fed and say, "Look, this is the new way," But let's hear what he's got to say, man. Just based on the title, you already know that this is more signs of where we are.
Surprising at all, President Biden has gone full-blown authoritarian, reversing course on crypto, waging war on Americans' personal freedoms to invest, to transact, to use cryptocurrency. This weekend, he vetoed banks' ability to custodian cryptocurrency. This is the stuff of dictators, guys, or, frankly, leaders in Europe, but not America. And he was hoping that you wouldn't notice, that you'd be too busy. But we did, and this should piss all of you off if you care about freedom and the freedom to transact the way that you want, free of government interference. So all of this happened right as the verdict was being read against Donald Trump in New York. President Biden went into full panic mode, totally reversing course over cryptocurrency, made a disastrous mistake that marks the end of an 80-year dollar dominance. It's so much incompetence, in fact, in a 48-hour period that I almost can't even believe that it happened. Biden knew you all would be focused on Trump's verdict, right? So here's what happened. In the few hours while that was happening in New York, he authorized Ukraine to attack Russia using weapons inside of Russia, hoping you wouldn't notice. He then launched a strike on Yemen's capital, hoping you wouldn't notice. And he vetoed a cryptocurrency bill giving Americans more freedom to work with Wall Street banks for digital assets.
Right. So all three of those things, he did that basically in one day, man. What did he do? He authorized Ukraine to attack Russia in their homeland, right? Which, if they do that, Putin will read that as an act of war. Okay, he doesn't care that it's done by a Ukrainian. No, you gave them the weapons. They've killed over 500,000 Ukrainians, man. Like they really don't have a military left. Okay, and you're still sending them weapons and you're still authorizing them to attack on our homeland. It's pretty clear that it was never a war between Ukraine and Russia. It was always a proxy war between America and Russia. But now that Ukraine has been degraded, militarily at least, there's no one else left to blame but the US. And now they're trying to attack Russia on their own soil. That's just one of the things he did, man. All right. He also attacked Yemen, which he's never been able to defeat the Yemenis. All right. The Houthis are still, over there cutting up, blocking ships, you know? And so, what was the precept that came to mind? Job 5:14, it says, they meet with darkness in the daytime, all right, and grope in the noonday as in the night. All right. So they planned all of these things right in front. They do these things right in front of your face, but it's obfuscated through headline news, Trump getting arrested. And that shows you most of these things that make the news, whether it be a Kendrick Lamar beef or P. Diddy or whatever, that shows you all of these things are just distractions, man. The real juiciness of it all it's not interpersonal drama between celebrities or well-known people. Okay, it's these laws getting passed, it's these treaties being signed, it's these backdoor currency deals being made, it's these authorizations of force to be used over sovereign lands. Those are the real things that should be the most exciting to people, but people are not excited about it. They're not gonna worry about it until basically you know, these soldiers are over here hemming people up. All right. And it says, verse 15, but he saveth the poor from the sword, from their mouth, and from the hand of the mighty. All right. And I believe down there in Yemen, you do have a lot of Jakes among the Al-Aqdam population. All right. Because we're scattered everywhere. And as a matter of fact, I believe a lot of Levites went there. Okay, it's from the Limba tribe. If you look up the Limba tribe, those are Levites, and many of them were were actually practicing in Hebrew and everything in Yemen. Okay, so a lot of those lesser what do you call it, lower class in these third world countries, a lot of those be Jake, man. Because remember, the scriptures say the curses will pursue you, okay, and overtake you. And it don't matter what we look like or what language we speak. If your lineage goes back to Jacob, you catching hell, man. All right. It says, verse 16, so the poor have hope and iniquity stoppeth their mouth. All right. And that's basically where we're at right now. The Most High is getting ready to shut Esau ass up, man. This whole, it's all coming out now, if y'all notice. And so I can't really play much of the video. But if y'all notice, everybody is talking about those people fighting over there in the land, about how they're from Europe. You're all European. The Netanyahu's real last name is coming out. It's mainstream news now. Everybody's covering it. All right. Eventually, they're going to peel more layers back and start asking more questions about, well, who are they then? All right. Well, who are the real ones? You know? And but you're going to have a lot of scoffing, a lot of persecution, a lot of slander going on, saying we're not those people. They're going to call us every name in the book. This is just them coping with the unimaginable, which is we're the holy chosen people of the Bible, man. All right. And it's got nothing to do with black or Hispanic. All right. We have those names, but our lineage goes back to a much older ethnicity and a much older seed. Okay. And we can look like any nation and any seed, man. All right. But this is not good, man.
Basically vilifying crypto.
For Babylon.
Again, hoping you wouldn't notice. And then he snuck away to Rehoboth Beach for a nice beach weekend and having some ice cream. This all plays into the hands of freedom-loving Americans and to DeFi, decentralized cryptocurrency. You're not going to let me transact in the way that I want? Screw you, Mr. President. This is what European leaders do, not America. We're huge crypto fans here at Redacted, as you probably know, and we believe it's the people's currency. Take the power out of the corrupt politicians and bankers and give it to the people, using a decentralized system to settle transactions.
None of that's gonna work because the wicked are in rulership, man. You don't own nothing, man. If you can't physically fight and take something, you don't own it. You have as much as you can protect. And that's what these people, these alternative news sites don't really get. They think that there's still a chance. No, this guy is a psycho, man. He runs the military. All right. You see what Boeing is doing because they got desperate and are having to clean up their mess. That's just Boeing, man. Boeing's low level. What do you think the entire military would do if y'all actually thought y'all were gonna take off and be free with crypto, man? All right. With crypto, you need something called energy and power. Do you think Esau's gonna let you mine crypto? Think he's gonna let you transact? Think he's gonna let you have a cell phone signal? Like you, the devil has to go down, man. All right, and he's not just gonna go away. He's not gonna cede. Oh, y'all voted me out. Okay, they're psychopaths running that. That's what. And everybody that feels like they know something, it'll be an Israelite that know that they're Israelite. They'll listen to guys like this on Redacted. Okay. Because deep down they want America to continue, and they'll buy into this hope that a wretched, wicked place that was never meant for anything good to continue. Speaking about America, it was never meant to continue. This is an experiment, man. Okay, this is a showcase of how not to rule. America was never sustainable. None of the ideologies, none of the blue. As much as everybody loves the Constitution was never the way, man. Okay, ever. That's why it devolved. Any law that's mutable, okay, what's going to happen? People will vie for power over a course of period of time. All right. And so because the laws can be changed, which is what mutable means, guess what? People will change the law in their favor, and it's going to devolve into the shit show it is today, man. All right. So y'all got to snap the hell out of it. Just think about it. You know, this is incompetent rulership, man. Trying to save it is going to get y'all destroyed if you know that you're an Israelite, man. Or even entertaining that spirit of wanting this to continue is going to get you destroyed.
This, of course, is why liberal Senator Elizabeth Warren hates it, rallied tons of Democrats against it.
If I buy Bitcoin, am I buying a share of stock? Or am I buying a pork belly? Or am I buying euros? What am I buying?
You're buying air.
Oh, wow. Okay, you're going in. What is it?
I'm going in.
Yeah.
But over the past few weeks, something started to change with Democrats. They started running away from their anti-crypto position when they realized so many young Americans support it. Oh, and that it's a multi-trillion-dollar-a-year industry. It appeared these Democrats, along with President Biden, were suddenly reversing course. They'd let banks handle crypto assets, give more power to the American people. Why did this happen? Well, it's obvious. This all came right after President Trump threw his support behind crypto, saying he will be the crypto president.
I will ensure that the future of crypto and the future of Bitcoin will be made in the USA, not driven overseas. I will support the right to self-custody to the nation's 50 million crypto holders. I say this with your vote. I will keep Elizabeth Warren and her goons away from your Bitcoin. And I will never allow the creation of a central bank digital currency.
Right. So you know what politicians do? They get up there, they say one thing, and then do the opposite. Oh, I'm not gonna touch crypto. I'm not gonna do a CBDC. But we all know how this is gonna play out, man. You're not in charge, man. Okay. If one of them old ass, shriveled pink raisins tells you, hey, listen. On this date, you're gonna roll out the CBDC, and on that date, you're gonna roll out martial law. Guess what's gonna happen, man? All right, and if you don't do it, they'll find another president that will do it, man, because the president is an employee, man. All right, that's how this whole thing works, and we know that this is how it's gonna end. James 5. Go to now, ye rich men, weep and howl for your miseries that shall come upon you. Your riches are corrupted and your garments are moth-eaten. Okay. It says your gold and silver is cankered. All right. it says the rust of them that shall be a witness against you. Everything is worn down and rusted, man. It says even the garments are moth-eaten, you know, because if you look at the banks, what do the banks do? When the banks are there, they're like a garment over gold, over riches. They're there to insulate you. They're there to provide security and store it and track and give accounting. Okay, make it a centralized hub. That's the function of them. But the banks are going down, man. All right, the banks bought all of these bonds at super cheap, and now interest rates are 5%. They're crying. You see, and it's all through the sorcery of the U.S. dollar, man. Okay. The cancer is now hit you. You see, now you're both sick. So the only thing left is going to be chaos, which will eventually manifest itself as war. All right, it says your gold and silver is cankered, and the rust of them shall be a witness against you, and ye shall eat your flesh as it were fire. Ye have heaped treasures together for the last day. So this is the last day. That's how we know how this is gonna end, man. Okay? Y'all heaped all of this wealth to yourself. Alright? The GDP is $25 trillion now. Okay? And it's all debt, man. Okay? You know, it's all debt, but you've managed to get a lot of hard assets. You've managed to lock down a lot of trade deals. You managed to build a lot of military bases. All right. And you've managed to get a lot of people to take on a lot of that debt. And the idea that America always pays its debt, but it doesn't, man. All right. So we already know what's coming next. There's hope that we got to be free and embrace Bitcoin. That's naive, man. Come on. Verse 4, it says, behold, the hire of the laborers who have reaped down your fields, which is of you kept back by fraud, crieth. Okay, and the cries of them which have reaped are entered into the ears of the Lord Sabaoth. All right. So only our cries have been heard. Okay. Only our cries are going to be heard. And in the time where money is most needed, we're not going to need money. All right. In a time where people are the most desperate for money, we're actually not going to need money. The Lord is going to literally take care of us, man. All right. Take care of us in our entirety, man. All right. Verse 5, it says, ye have lived in pleasure on the earth and have been wanton and have nourished your hearts as in the day of slaughter. All right. Printing money, printing money, man. Offloading the debt, raising the debt ceiling, offloading it, pushing it back further, building it up further. All right. And y'all been living good. You know, America, they're fatter than ever. They're stupider than ever. Okay. They have more wealth than ever. They control more assets than ever. All right. So y'all are nourished. So what does the scripture say about that? Some brothers may know the precept I'm going to. And I'm gonna end it here, man. I can't play the whole video, I guess. Job 20 and 23, when he's about to fill his belly, the Most High shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him, and shall rain it upon him while he is eating, man. So when he's about to fill, so that's how you know we're at the end of the destruction here, man. All right. See if he says anything.
Then suddenly Biden, pretending he too is a crypto president, appeared to soften his position. Maybe it was a trial balloon. They were testing it out in the media. A number of Biden insiders came out saying, look, Biden loves crypto as well. He's young, he's hip. Vote for Biden. Then this weekend, vetoes a bipartisan bill had Democrats and Republicans, which actually teamed up with the banks and individual investors. It was like kind of an unprecedented bipartisan joint effort.
The first ever major crypto bill has passed in the House of Representatives, despite opposition from the SEC chairman, Gary Gensler.
And the president vetoes it. It would have let banks custodian your digital assets just like stocks. Treat them the same, basically. But instead, Biden is vilifying your cryptocurrency assets, calling them liabilities. Crypto companies have argued that this threatens their ability to do business with banks, and the banks agreed. So you had Democrats, Republicans asking Biden they don't want you using crypto. They want you using their own central bank digital currency. That's
there
what
it
this
is.
is all about. This is their plan.
If you think we could improve that in a digital world, the answer is sure you could. But in that case, let's do a central bank digital currency.
Are you there?
Oh, for a central bank digital currency? Yes. I think it's time.
Furthermore, the courts have
You see that? You see that? I think it's time. Well, why is it time? Because y'all been printing money? Why is it time? Is because y'all had to raise interest rates, and inflation has gone through the roof now? Huh? Why is it? Because the housing market is about to collapse because the prices just keep going up with no demand. Okay, they're starting to come down now. Okay, but that's gonna crash, man. People are broke as hell. They said in the 1930s a house was like 3 times your annual income. All right, now a house is 8 times your annual income. All right, so they've already spoiled America, Babylon. All of this wealth, all of this stuff y'all built up, y'all are never gonna pay. They've taken all of the wealth out of it. Y'all are never gonna reap from that, man. All you have is debt, and you do not make enough to pay this debt off in any reasonable amount of time. That means your kids will still be paying this debt off at these wages. Okay, so they've already spoiled you, man. There's nothing left, and the only thing they can do is keep people from rioting, because nobody is gonna pay $200 for a pack of diapers. So what do they have to do? The CBDC it's on the way, man. There's no way. They're not. Inflation's not gonna go back down. Houses are not going to go back to being 150,000, man. They're not. Okay. And these companies are not gonna pay you from $20 an hour to $50 an hour. Okay, they're not. You see, so. Anyway, man, I'll end it there. Lord willing, this is edifying. Call halal Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai Bahashim Rachak Wadash. Shalom.